you have openly expressed your desire to change the leadership of the country through violent means such as the infamous walk-to-work, political protests, and defiance campaign. 3. Have you had availed your talent? 2. You are a member of the People Front for Freedom, which is a breakaway group from FDC and commonly known as the FDC Katonga Group. At the time of arrest, you were a personal assistant to Dr. Besigye. That you, Captain Dennis Oral, 3. You are a UPDF officer attached to the Amare Brigade. 5. That Andrew Wilson, herein referred to as AW, is a proprietor of a private security company that deals in various security-related services, including the sale of arms, investigations, and tactical training on firearms, among others, since 2003. 6. That sometime in the year 2021, AW was contacted by Mr. Joel Wakaima, herein after referred to as JW, a Ghanaian citizen who was based in Switzerland. JW informed AW that he needed the company to provide firearms, weapons, and training to some Ugandans, both of domestic and in that diaspora, to overturn the government of Uganda by force of arms. JW requested AW to execute the work for him. 7. That upon listening to the details of the request of JW, AW realized that it was criminal and decided to search for Ugandan authorities to report the matter. AW was provided with the contacts of the commander of the Ugandan contingent of AMISOM and senior UPDF officer who at the time was based in Somalia. AW narrated to the UPDF officer that JW was planning to do and inquired that to resolve. The UPDF officer requested AW to become a government spy and to continue engaging JW in order to establish the details of the plot of the government of Uganda, which AW accepted. AW was introduced to intelligence officer at Chief Counsel of Military Intelligence CMI, under whose supervision he continued to work and to whom he regularly reported his activities. 8. That AW then continued to engage JW over the next 2 years until 2023, when JW introduced AW to Salamu Musumba. AW had a conversation with Salamu Musumba by Zoom call, and proceedings at this meeting were recorded by AW. During this meeting, Salamu Musumba requested for the training of their person to the people in combat, communications and intelligence gathering techniques for purpose of spying on the government. 9. The Salamu Musumba subsequently requested for a meeting with the AW in Brussels, Belgium, where she invited many other people to attend, including the mayor of Kampala a year ago. Honorable Salamu Musumba, Honorable Ssemujju, Nganda, Rebecca Mukaaku, and accepted to join the plot to overthrow the government.
There's another person.
Mukaaku and Rwomushana. In the discussion at this meeting, AW accepted to join the plot to overturn the government and agreed to be their security and military advisor. The discussions at this meeting were recorded by AW, and the recording shall be relied upon at the trial. 10. That upon building sufficient trust in AW, Salamu Musumba requested JW to introduce AW to A1, that's Dr. Besigye. This was done, and the two, AW and JW, had an online discussion with Dr. Besigye about the grand plot to overturn the government of Uganda by force of arms. This culminated into the first physical meeting between Dr. Besigye and AW on 29th day of October 2020 at Geneva, Switzerland. 11. That the first physical meeting was held in Geneva, Switzerland on 29th of October 2023 and was attended by AJ, Dr. Besigye, Frank at AW, Dr. Besigye, that's A1, Frank at at Kunda, and JW. At this meeting, the group discussed the plot to overturn the government of Uganda by force of arms. A1, that's Dr. Besigye, requested for military assistance from AW to destabilize Uganda. A1 also requested AW to train some of his that is Dr. Besigye allies in covert intelligence and paramilitary tactics, which request AW accepted. A1 further requested for counterfeit Ugandan syringe with intent to sink into the economy of Uganda through his collaborators who is stated to be officials in Bank of Uganda as a means of raising finance for Dr. Besigye's objectives and also destabilize the economy. In the same meeting, Dr. Besigye, JW, and Franka requested for reaching poison to poison targeted government officials. That further, in the same meeting, Dr. Besigye provided AW with the risks of government security installations and military facilities like Simba Barracks in Barara, 2nd Division, Makenke Barracks, Bugembe Barracks, Bihango Military School, Achoma Mountain Brigade, Kabalole Gaddafi Military Barracks, in Magamaga, Mayuge District, Marine Division in Zira, Air Force Academy, Nakasongola Engineering College, Lugazi, Nakasongola Engineering College, Lugazi, Junior Staff College, Dachimaka, Singo Karubuku Training School, Ntoloko Military Intelligence and Security School in Nakasongola District. Marking the military barracks, police school, Weraja, and Oliver Tambo, Aweweta, among others, as targets for attacks that, after agreeing to conduct the training in Kisumu, Kenya, Frank Kihegere at Bunda traveled to Uganda with Dr. Besigye to organize their intended group of people for training. The proceedings of the above meetings were recorded using a covert camera by AW, and the same will be relied upon during the trial. 13. That Dr. Besigye and AW created a strong communication, strong relationship through the social media, including WhatsApp. Dr. Besigye provided AW with his Swiss contact line number +41 77 81 39 38 994, through which he frequently communicated with AW on mobile line number +19 54 39 40 14 1. So, during the period from their first meeting on the 29th of October 2023 up to 16th November 2024, Dr. Besigye and AW had numerous conversations and exchanged numerous social media messages, wherein Dr. Besigye discussed with AW details of his intentions and the brought over the government of Uganda by force of arms. The forensic extract of the report of their conversation shall be relied upon during the trial. 14. That in about October 2023, F3 was recruited by JW into joining the conspiracy and the plot to overturn the government of Uganda by force of arms. F3 accepted and exchanged various utterances on the WhatsApp social media platform with JW using his phone, where he expressed his support, desire, and intention to overturn the government of Uganda by force of arms. 15. That Dr. Besigye attended another meeting on the 24th of January 2024 in Geneva, Switzerland, which was also attended by AW and JW. At this meeting, Dr. Besigye assured AW that he was committed to facilitate the training of his people to overturn the government of Uganda by force of arms. So, in this meeting, Dr. Besigye and JW further requested AW to assassinate the president of Uganda using a drone strike. Dr. Besigye to provide AW with the president's movement routine and vulnerable points to facilitate this assassination. In exchange for AW's assistance, Dr. Besigye and AW undertook to grant the Kurdish government company access, our Kurdish government company access to Ugandan banking sector. Launder money, permit the use of Uganda's airfields for trafficking illicit goods, including drugs, use Uganda as a safe haven for Kurdish fugitives and general permit the use of Uganda for illicit activities once the plot to overturn the government was successful. 16. That on 14th June 2024, Dr. Besigye attended a meeting with the AW and JW in Geneva, Switzerland. In this meeting, the participants further discussed the plot to overturn the government of Uganda by force of arms. Dr. Besigye requested AW to arrange for the training of selected groups of people like-minded conspirators from Uganda in Kisumu, Kenya, in intelligence and gathering surveillance operations, espionage techniques, and use of drone to be used in overturning the government of Uganda. In the same meeting, Dr. Besigye and JW repeated their request for AW to supply them with counterfeit Ugandan currency, drones, weapons, and grenades, which they named pineapples in quotes. Dr. Besigye provided AW with AR stripes, coordinates, 17, 35 inch, N 32, apostrophe 1, 34, E 6G, JH 72, VH plus 2P 72VF plus 2P, length constraint 1900 M, 233 feet, altitude 5,266 feet, 1,605 meters. MSC, this is bracket, aerodrome D, manage bracket, close bracket in DRC for airdropping of weapons. Dr. Besigye further informed the meeting that he intended to use part of the Zambia territory for training and logistics. At the same meeting, AW gave Dr. Besigye $5,000 to facilitate the movement of the selected Ugandan trainees from Uganda to Kisumu, Kenya for training. 17. That in the same meeting, Dr. Besigye introduced two AW to individuals which Simon Karungwa and Magoha Samuel as his liaison officers for the blind training in Kisumu, Kenya, as well as additional persons of contacts in case of Dr. Besigye and Dr. Hagutare were unavailable, that the recording of the meeting of the 24th July 2024 will be tendered and relied upon during the trial. 18. That during the month of July 2024, AW traveled.
That is the technical error. It's supposed to be 14 of June.
And June. That's June 2024.
We have to change it to put it right. It's supposed to be.
That during the month of July 2024, AW traveled from Athens, Greece, to Kisumu, Kenya, to train the selected group of over 30 Ugandans who had traveled from Uganda and were congregated at Ukweli Pastoral Center, where he met Samuel Magoha in order to avoid law enforcement detection and to conceal the true nature of their mission. And the 36 individuals traveled close to the border separately and did not have as a group in accordance with previous agreements with Dr. Besigye and AW had traveled to facilitate the training of the group, and he was expected to deliver counterfeit Ugandan currency and grenades, which the two parties commonly refer to as pineapples in black, as previously requested by Dr. Besigye and AW during their meeting in Geneva. 19. However, before the above training could take place, the group of 36, which included Simon Karungwa and Samuel Magoha, were arrested by Kenyan authorities before the training could take off, and later reported to Uganda. That Dr. Besigye, who had also traveled to Kenya for purpose of attending the same training, disappeared upon receipt of the news of arrest of his accomplices. The group of 36 were handed over to Ugandan authorities together with several exhibits, including police carried out criminal investigations, and the group of 36 were later charged with criminal offences of at Nakawa Chief Magistrates Court, Vite Nakawa criminal case number CR 27/2024. number 20, that after the aborted Kisumu training, Dr. Besigye and AJ agreed and met again on 29th of September 2024 in Athens, Greece. At this meeting, the two discussed an armed attack against Ugandan government military facilities, including the Nakasongola Air Base. Dr. Besigye requested AW to supply him with surface to air missile and drones intended to destroy Ugandan aircrafts at Nakasongola Air Base. Dr. Besigye with AW discussed how to attack Nakasongola Air Base with drones in order to destroy governments of Uganda, helicopters and other military aircrafts within Uganda as one of the ways through which the government of Uganda would be easily overturned. 21. That during the said meeting on the 29th of September 2024, the President and AW agreed as a way forward to hold a meeting in Nairobi, Kenya, where the President would be able to meet their Kurdish stock Iraq contacts for AW. Dr. Besigye and AW continued communicating with each other via WhatsApp on mobile lines plus 4177 81 38 990 and plus 1954 39 40 141 respectively. The WhatsApp communication chats between Dr. Besigye and AW about convening the Nairobi meeting will be tendered and relied upon in court during the trial. The group agreed to have a follow-up meeting later in Nairobi, Kenya, that the said meeting of the 29th day of September 2024 was recorded separately by AW and another individual who was AW's agent. The recordings will be tendered and relied upon in court during the trial. That on 16th November 2024, Dr. Besigye and Lutale, together with AW and his Kurdish contact, attended a meeting of 108 Riverside Apartment at 108 Riverside Apartment in Nairobi, Kenya, to further discussion the plot of overturn the government of Uganda by force of arms. Full stop. The Nairobi meeting was attended by Dr. Besigye, Dr. Haji Mutale and AW and his Kurdish contact, who was posing as a representative of the Kurdish government company. At this meeting, Dr. Besigye introduced Haji Mutale as his personal assistant and a person who was part of the plot to overturn the government of Uganda. At this meeting, Dr. Besigye repeated his request to be supplied with surface air missile and other weapons attack the government of Uganda. Weapon to attack helicopters and aircrafts as one of the ways to overturn the government of Uganda. Dr. Besigye and Haji Mutale also briefed the meeting about their plot to investigate civil disobedience strikes in Uganda, starting with assassination of the President of the Republic of Uganda in March 2025, in order to achieve your objectives. 23. That on the 17th day of November 2024, Dr. Besigye and Haji Mutale were handed over to the Ugandan security officers from Defense Intelligence and Security in Blackly Beast at Malaba border, together with several executives, which included their mobile phones, 2 pistols, and other items. The two were later charged at the General Court Martial Makinde with offences under the UPDF Act. By UPDF stock GCM stock 0440 stock 2024. However, following the decision of the Supreme Court in the case of Attorney General versus Honorable Baziguruka Michael and others. The matter was transferred to Uganda Police, which conducted fresh investigations from 12 February 2025. 24. The accused persons, that is Dr. Besigye and Adibutale, were each examined on PF24, and all of them were found to have the normal mental status. Their medical reports will be tendered and relied upon during the trial. 25. That the police obtained all details, reports, CDRs, and know your customer, that is black KYC information for Dr. Besigye and Adibutale, analyze the communication patterns between the accused persons and analysis report. Full stop. The communication analysis revealed that the accused were constant communication with each other during the relevant periods. The call detail reports, that is black CDRs, KYC information and communication analysis report will be tendered and relied upon in court during the trial. 26. That police investigations include immigration reports and travel history of Dr. Besigye and Adibutale, Simon Ronwa, Samuel Makwa, and individuals and others. The records were analyzed and confirmed that the various individuals traveled outside Uganda during the periods of the alleged meetings and trainings and immigration documents and records shall be tendered in court. 27. That since 2021 and all along, AW was constantly providing updates to his handlers within Uganda's military intelligence. He covertly recorded both on video and audio all relevant meetings with Dr. Besigye and Adibutale, JW and others conspirators, and shared these recordings with the intelligence officers in the same way. He later handed over the electronic gadgets used to make recordings and audio, so video recordings, investigators. These were, for instance, examined and the resultant examination reports shall be relied upon at the trial. 28. That prosecution shall contend that Dr. Besigye, Adibutale, and Captain Ola Makoha Samuel, Simon Ronwa, Joel Makohaima, Frank Atunda, Aharele knew and were aware that each of them intended to commit treason but did not report it to any authority in Uganda or use reasonable endeavor to prevent the commission of this. 29. Prosecution shall further contend that all accused persons indicated in this case, indicted in this case, acted with common intent and in concert with each other and are culpable as such. Whereupon, prosecution shall contend that the accused persons do not have any valid defenses to the indictment and that they should be convicted as indicted. Dated at Kampala District Court, they will be tried. Signed by Thomas, Director of
Accused persons are committed to my court for trial.